Good boy, doesn't bite. Hello ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you today in Baghdad. As you see, the weather is very nice. No dust, no dust storms, and we will start our tour today here, specifically in the middle of Baghdad, Alawi Garage under the Alawi Bridge. Our first station would be Alawi, and we will move towards Al-Mutanabbi Street. And here you have this monument that shows the Baghdadi women and some ancient civilization stuff like Hammurabi and Sumerian fight. And the reason of building this monument here is the museum is also here. The Baghdad Museum that has a lot of ancient stuff is here. And ladies and gentlemen, we got closer to the monument. As you see, the details of the monument is some sort of a battle here. Some guy trying to run after some people to shoot him with an arrow, and there is these sort of machinery after him, like they used to have these carts that get dragged by horses to follow the enemy. And as you see, there is also some sort of buffalo. There was a lot of buffaloes back then. Till now we have a lot of buffaloes. Buffaloes were a very important part of the economy back then. It was producing milks, meat, leather, and all this stuff was coming from buffaloes. This is jars.
Jars?
Jars.
Jars.
For pickles. These were used for pickles and for water, bringing water from the river, because back then there is no tap water, so they used the jars that made from the mud.
But where is the water?
There is no water.
There is only dust.
So we are going to walk this street to the end till we reach Haifa Street. After Haifa Street you will reach Shawaka, which is a very famous city when it very famous district when it comes to fishing and stuff. You know, in Iraq we really like fish. That's why we have fishing markets. One of the most famous fishing markets are this one called Shawaka, that produce and sells all kind of Iraqi fishes that they hunt from the two rivers. And you see the gentleman here is trying to make us some fishes. This is Masgouf, a very traditional and very tasty Iraqi dish that contains fish grilled on the fire. So we are now on Shabandar Bridge, a bridge that connects, one of the bridges in Baghdad that connects the Karkh with Rasafa. So what we can see here, we can see first of all the city of medicine. City of medicine that was held and constructed in the 70s. We can see Al-Kushla Tower, the clock tower that was built by the Ottomans 100 years ago or maybe more. And we can see here the Abbasid school, one of the oldest schools in the whole world, was built like nearly 400 or 500 years ago by the Abbasid Caliphate. This is a Sarai market. This market is so old, it was built back then in the Ottoman Empire time. Ladies and gentlemen, hello again. So we are now in Al-Mutanabbi Street finally after crossing the bridge, and here you can see, this way you can see the Mutanabbi statue, and here you can see the most famous cafe in Al-Mutanabbi Street, which is Shabandar Cafe. And here you can see the other entrance of Suq Sarai and Sarai Kuba. Okay. Are you ready to get back in time to the 70s? Get ready, people. I will take you back to the 50s and to the 60s and to the 70s. This place is the Baghdadi Cultural Center. And these guys are surprised because they are seeing someone talking in English.
Iraq. Where are you from?
Hollandi.
Holland. Good. Very good.
So this is the Iraqi Historical Museum. It has stuff from a lot of historical eras like the Kingdom of Iraq, the starting of the Republic of Iraq, and maybe till now. The stuff here are mainly between guns, machines, tools, swords, papers, newspapers, and these two gentlemen started the whole thing to make Mr. Sabah. These two gentlemen here, they started the whole thing to convey a message to the history of Iraq.
هذه اللي يسموها الآلة جرجر آلة حراثة يعني تفصل السنابل عن الحبوب والحنطة والشعير.
Used to harvest.
هذه تراث سومري يسموه القفل مع النقل. يستخدموها قبل بالنقل يعني.
To transport the goods.
المادة الأولية مالتها تستخدم القير.
They are made from the gear.
الفال.
This is called fala. Some tool used to hunt.
تمام.
هذا مقوار.
هذا يسموه مقوار يعني هذه الآلة قبل الناس اللي يستخدموها.
This used as a fighting tool.
تعال نحكي لك على العدد الحربية اللي يستخدموها العراق.
Now we are going to.
هذا الشجوة، هذا جلد مال غنم، مال خروف.
شنو هذا يستخدم؟
هذا جلد يخلي بطن الحليب.
This is
يخضوه
a sheep leather used to
يفصل الحليب عن الزبد عن الدهن.
Yeah, this used to make yogurt by filling it with milk, then shaking it till the milk is separated from the butter. This used to be an exchanging box. Like people used to hold that box, the exchangers.
هذا مخزن سري.
This is the secret storage of the box. And they have like change and they change to other people. Back then when we had these coins.
تمام. هذه أيضا هذه.
These two are also versions.
هذا سيف صليبي.
This is a crusader sword.
صوت صليبي. هذا مغولي مغول.
This Mongolian sword.
Mongolia.
This is Baghdadi Culture Center. Every Friday this center opens. It has a traditional museum, historical museum, and also the center support the startup businesses. Like there is young men here having these booths and they sell stuff for people for a very small price of a rent. This is a couch in Iraq. We are at the end of the Mutanabbi Street. In the end of the Mutanabbi Street, next to the river, there is Al-Mutanabbi statue. He is in a very perfect, amazing Iraqi poet. This poet used to live in the Abbasid Caliphate era. My body. This is the gathering of the old people of the
بعد لا عيش ولا بعد عندهم سوالف بس.
Come on, let's just speak on God. Come on.
ضعن من سرق.
Now finally, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to take a rest at the most famous cafe shop in Mutanabbi Street, which is Shabandar. This is the so-called Shabandar Cafe, one of the most famous cafes in Mutanabbi Street.
Mustafa, wait.
Well, we are now inside the cafe, Shabandar, and you can see people having shisha, tea, and stuff. And the thing I like about Shabandar Cafe is the pictures that represent the historical eras of Iraq. The center of Mutanabbi Street. Mutanabbi Street is your place if you are searching for some sort of books or magazine or old stuff, traditional stuff. The street itself is a tradition to Iraq, and every Friday, today is a Friday of course, every Friday it's tradition that people come here, see the books, drink tea, have fun. So what is this? This is رصافي سكوير. يعني ساحة معروف رصافي. رصافي سكوير رصافي سكوير we're going to رصافي سكوير.
Now we are in the market of Al-Safafir. It is about what is it about, Mustafa?
Souk al-Safafir is a market that people come to buy stuff for the kitchen back then, like cold drinks, teapots, coffee pots, hot water pots, fishing materials, grilling materials. The market is very crowded more often, but due to the sandstorm, there's no one. It's like like a ghost city. Now we are some place in Murshi Street, and this is the Iraqi Central Bank, and this is one of the oldest mosques in Baghdad that used to be a Jewish temple before. So this cloth market. We are here in the Arabi Bazaar. Bazaar that deals with clothing, mostly men's clothing.
Shirt with a beard.
The latest mode.
You get 3 for free.
Today we are now in the Sinai Street. Here we can see the Bloody Mary Church, and next to the church, the Caliph's Mosque. A mosque, a church in front of a mosque. Because Iraqis used to live in peace since long time ago. We like peace. It's closed. The church is closed. The Latin church is closed. The mosque is also closed. Oh.
Go ahead and play.
Now we are in Al-Ghazl Market. Al-Ghazl Market is a market in the same street, the Sinek. We are still near to the church. There is a church. And here we can find all sorts of animals. Chicken, pigeons, cats, dogs, monkeys, whatever. Iraqis really like animals and pets, especially birds. هذا شو اسمه استاذ؟ ذاك نابوت. اخذ turtles.
هاي على السريع. ماشي الوحدين.
واحدة بنتين.
We are now in a very simple way of transporting, which is tuk-tuk. We are going to Tayran Square because there we can have another transport to Karada. We want to go to Karada indeed. Enjoy the trip, enjoy the ride. We are now in Tayran Square. From this place you can go either to Tahrir Square or back to Mutanabbi or to Karada. So it's like strategic square, so you can go everywhere from. We are now in the minibus. The minibus will take us inside Karada. A way of transporting that doesn't cost much. If you want to travel around the city, choose the minibuses. You should have someone that memorized the road to you, so you know you are riding the right minibus. We are now in the middle of Baghdad, in the top center. So we are in front of a very interesting monument here. It is Al-Tahrir monument. Every symbol in that monument represents something. Basically, this monument was built after the revolution of 1958. and every symbol represents something about the era, that revolution. Like for example, in the center there is the Iraqi soldier breaking some sort of a prison, and people were screaming to freedom.
So today at the barber in Al-Kadumiyya city in Baghdad.
Let me take you to the barber shop. Barber shop. Barber shop. We are now in one of the most oldest parts of the city in Al-Kadumiyya. I mean, guys, look at that. This is so narrow alleyway. I mean, not a car can fit here. I mean, two of me barely fit in here. This is how they used to live here. The alleys was narrow, you know, like the space is so tiny. And look at that. A house
In the middle of the street.
built above the street. Now to the left we can see Nouri Said house. The blue one. Nouri Said hid here, then he tried to escape, but they captured him and killed him in the square. And now we are in Baghdad Street, where the visitors of the shrine are coming from this way to the shrine behind us. Here they buy religious souvenirs. ما تسوي الحركة بنفسك؟
خلاص سوي له وتعال.
سوي هاي الحركة مالتك بالضحك.